what we call love is limited to your investment in me. You see that?
Yeah.
Anytime they step outside of the box we created for them, we get angry because that was not love. You had conditions on it. Your woman gained 20 pounds. Now you're going to divorce her. You say, if you gain another 20 pounds, this marriage is over. That was not love. That was a contract because it had conditions. If I love that woman unconditionally, whether she gained 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, I'm not going nowhere. Now, we might need to have a conversation about her health because I want you around for our children to get married. You understand? Right. But there's no such thing as ending a relationship because you stepped outside of my perfect box if you loved her. Love is unconditional. And most of what we got in the Black community are contracts disguised as loving relationships.
Hell to the no, to the no, hell to the no.
So you stepping out the box, sir.
So good doctor says ish to a lot of what we saying right now.
Yep.
And shout out to this with Tony. Shout out to Tony Bones. This is what Tony was saying. If it's conditions, it's not love. I want to get Meek in here. Meek, what's your take on what he just said, Meek?
Well, first of all, I used to like Dr. Umar so much. Like when I first found him on the Breakfast Club, I was like, oh my God, he's so great. But then now I feel like he irritates me at a great deal because you lying, first and foremost, because you're not married to none of these Black women, not a single one, and not neither one of your baby mamas. So let's just start there. You didn't marry them. You just out here creating broken homes like all these men you trying to talk about. Secondly, there are conditions, are boundaries. I don't care. I'm willing to argue about it. It keeps a structure. Because if a man tells me the condition is you can never gain weight, in my mind, I understand that I never need to be fat. Like, I know the rules. I know what the rules are while I got to be here. Like I said, I follow programs. Like, I need to know what the program is in order to follow it. What's the qualifications? Mm-hmm. So I don't know why people acting like it's a bad thing. Like, I found you one way. I want you to stay that way. I understand you might gain 20 pounds because that's what I got 20 pounds from when I was a teenager into now. But anything over this 20 is too much for me personally because my knees hurt. So I'm helping both of us.
20 pounds is a lot. What you said is
20 I think 20 pounds is so liberal. I think, to be honest, and here's the thing that's true. Because a lot of these women be gaining excess over 100 pounds.
Come on,
man. How you with this woman as she gained over 100 some odd pounds over from when you met her?
He should have stopped her at the 20 mark.
At the 20, yeah.
Amen.
20-yard mark.
See, there you go. Amen. Amen to that. To heck with Pander and Umar. See, here we go. This is why it's pandering. Here, I had to make notes because I knew he was going to give me what I was looking for. He said, I'm not going to sit here. And he's so extreme. After so I'm just gonna tell her, oh, you gained 20 pounds, I'm leaving you, and you're gonna step outside my perfect box. He has a bias. Ain't no perfect box. We talking about being healthy and doing what's best for the group. He said, I'm not gonna tell her she fat, this and that, but I am gonna say we might need to have a conversation about her health. And he said that with fear in his eyes. Because he know dag on well, and ain't none of his baby mamas ain't gonna sit there and have no conversation about their health without them looking him up and down and saying, then just shut up.
Especially saying it like that. You don't say we might. First of all, you say, babe, I know you've been gaining some weight. I think it's okay for men to be direct with women. We need to get a bit thicker skin. If he's saying, look, baby, I love you, but I love you enough to let you know you gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone.
So I think the biggest disconnect, you got to be standing on your square. Because see, that's most guys will not go to their lady if she overweight and go to her and let her know with love and sternness that, hey, you got big, you need to lose some weight. Let's get on the program. What we need to do. Where the gym at? You need a personal trainer. They won't do that because, like I said, the woman gonna turn around, look him up and down, and be like, you need to lose some weight too.
But see, I think it's Mr. Walker, it's levels. It's levels. The first attempt should be, hey, we've really been eating a lot of sweets lately. Like, we need to watch that. Like, the first time you kind of just ease it on in. At least I think so. The next time it's like, come on, we need to both get healthy. We just been eating anything. I like to make things a we thing with my partner. So we need to. And then after they don't hear that, and then I'm saying, babe, what's going on? The ass is assing a little too much. The hips and everything is wide. Then now you can't get offended. That's just
that's a day one conversation. Because if we sitting here, according to the stats, if 80%, according to the stats, are obese or whatever the case may be, then how many men are actually meeting women while they're fit? I mean, men and women are, so that's the question. So men should be saying this up front, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't be waiting years down the road. It's already too far gone now.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. I think if you looking at her, you know that weight is not going to work for you, let her know ASAP. I would say let her know ASAP in a kind way, easing it in, but then just giving it to her if it doesn't work. Because you just have to, and women know, like Big Meek said, we're not, you sit in the mirror, women, we do nothing like how men critique their pockets, women critique their beauty. So we know when we got an extra roll or anything going on, it's a mess. So we already on top of it. You should be. But that's like we said, it's not everybody. Big Meek is not every black woman. I'm not every black woman. So it just depends.
All right. So my question to you, Big Meek, let's say you, for instance, put yourself in the mind of a woman who's overweight. How would you accept this man approaching you, Mr. Walker, or your husband, whoever your husband, right? You got this guy in shape, and he come to you. How are you gonna receive this?
I'm pretty blunt, so I'm not the best person to use. Because my man can tell me I'm fat. Like, keep it a buck with me. Like, you get real, that neck is big. Like, your collarbone disappearing. Like,
can the average woman take that criticism?
No, most women can't. But so if I'm a regular outside woman, I would say that you do gotta hold their hand a little bit, just a little, a tad, but you have to be stern. It's more like I call it a daddy approach. I don't know. I don't have no better word for it, but it's like a daddy approach. Like, I'm giving you guidance. I still love you. It's in a respectable manner, but sis, I'm not playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part. All that. Yep. You need to get up, go ahead, get in the gym. I don't like it. You know what I like? I love you.
That doesn't sound soft, Mr. Walker.
What's a respectable timetable? Because we can say this all day long. What's a
This is what we. It genuinely depends on how big she is.
No.
It
depends.
It takes. It's
a real question because we have to come to a conclusion with this.
Okay, so when do you?
Let me say this though. But 20 pounds, getting 20 pounds off is not the same as getting off 150 pounds. So. What are we working with? How tall is she? What kind of metabolism she got? Do she got good health? Like, timelines gotta be realistic.
Here we go. So you said time frame depends on her weight size, all that. I say bull jive. Listen here. And I'm talking from lived experience.
If you tell us man experience, I don't want to hear it.
and okay, because I got you. Because women's metabolism at our age is slower. True. You guys gain fat way faster than us. True. You build muscle way slower at this age. That's very true. And that's why Gavin said, ladies need to watch more about what you eat. At the very same time, the science is very simple. Less calories in than you are putting out. Plain and simple. And you will lose weight. Less calories in than you put that, and it's going. You gonna lose weight. Ain't no way around. I don't care nothing about no glandular.
You're gonna lose weight, Mr. Walker, but it's the pace is what I'm talking about. Like, we can both say we want to lose 50 pounds, but if we get this,
make it hurt. Make it hurt. No, ain't no app.
I mean.
Put on your shoes, go out and on the street.
I put a public service announcement. Do not let Mr. Walker, if he has a daughter, which I know he does, tell her anything about her weight. Mama, let your wife just handle that department. I know she's going to be just good.
Nope, it's already done. And Krista, you too late. So I did already did. They already doctored about Mr. Walker. It's over.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Go out there, beat them streets.
So realistically, let's give a scenario. All right, you got a woman, obviously pregnancy is the big deal. Because that's sort of the fork in the road. Because let's just say men are dating these fit women, right? They're all fit until they get pregnant. That's
Yep,
just
okay.
what it is, right? All right. So how long do she got? I mean, what we talking here?
She only gained weight during her pregnancy?
Listen,
It's only
let me ask you
pregnancy weight?
Should a man ever expect a woman to be the same
After pregnancy?
as she was before, as far as the body or whatever?
You could want her to, but you got to give her
I know expectations. Can she do it? Should she be able to do it?
She can do it, but nobody's body is going to go exactly back the way it did when they were 15 and they're 25, or exactly the way it was when they were 25 and they're 35. Now, if she hitting that gym, like for real, she can maintain it. But once again, we got a lot of people who don't even want to take the idea of not eating what they want to eat every single day. So I don't think I mean, yes, you can want her to get back to that weight. She should want to get back to that weight. She should want it more than you do.
See, and push back on that, Crystal. And there we go. Whenever I was trying to lose 80 pounds when I was over 300 pounds, I could not do it by saying I want to lose weight for me because I didn't care that much about losing weight. But when I thought about how it was affecting my family, you know, my time playing with my kids, going to the park and stuff, then it was a no-brainer. That pressure was so heavy, I just stopped eating and started running. I lost 80 pounds so daggone fast because the pressure of me loving my family and wanting them to get the most out of their husband and father, that's what led me. And that's what these women say, I ain't doing it. I'm going to do it for me. Bonquisha, I ain't doing it for no man. I'm going to lose weight for me. And that's why Bonquisha can't lose weight because she trying to lose weight.
And let me say this real quick. It's a question to everybody, right? Because we hitting on this. A woman get pregnant. Obviously, in majority of cases, they're going to be a little bigger. But they're going to be a little bigger, right? They probably going to cook less. You might get a little less box, all that. But at the very same time, in that same moment, a man is expected to be his best self as far as financially. After a woman get pregnant, you're expected to make more money, take on more of a burden, be more responsible. But you see what I'm saying? In a man's mind, how I'm paying, what I'm paying. Love your kids to death, but it gotta be a silver lining in this. That's my thing. So you can love your kids, but at the same time, how I'm expected more, you can't even hold up part of the bargain.
I think too, women need to be more vocal. If it's to the point, like Mr. Gavin said, where you can't maintain this, all of this stuff is piling on, or whatever the case may be, you have to be honest with your partner in that moment too, I think. Because a lot of women, stress is the main reason why they fat as hell, Black women. So it's not an excuse, but it is part of the problem. So I think that if your stress levels are that high, and if your husband is seeing your behavior turn this way, something needs to change. Something needs to balance out. Maybe she needs to be a stay-at-home wife. Maybe she needs to do something else. I don't know, but yeah, everybody needs to be healthy, period.
So, like I said, a lot of this stuff we minded through. These are conversations. Like I think it's a lot of educational stuff here in this show so far that people need to be asking these questions and getting on the same page with this stuff. It's critical. I'm telling y'all.
It is. And there we go. We doing y'all service. Y'all welcome. And as far as what healthy is, gotta have a goal in mind. You know, with the goal I have in mind, I know I can't be trying to have, you know, live a homestead type lifestyle, having farm animals and stuff, and I'm blowed out. Then seeing guys try it, then seeing these broken men trying to do this and they all ornery because they can't lift their legs up, they can't do nothing. They blowed out and they whoa out. So gotta be real with yourself. If you are goal driven, you can accomplish these things like losing weight and stepping away from the table.
If she get real blowed out though, if your wife put on 200 pounds, like I said, granted, you know what I mean? That's so wild.
If she put on 100 pounds, she should give him I ain't even gonna
do extreme. Hundo. She put that hundo on. Let's say she was already 200 and thick when you met her. Now she's 3-something. No way.
And yeah, some of that is some of the man's responsibility. Got to be man enough to be on the square to speak up. Yeah, can't just keep letting the scale keep going and going.
Well, I'd like to say something because people be under this misconception. They like to use this term called happy weight. There's no such thing as happy weight. That's I got lazy and comfortable weight. When you're happy, you care about your health.
Yes.
So that's one of the main reasons people get fat, because they get real comfortable in the beginning of their relationships. Like, and I noticed that with a lot of people. Like, this one couple, they both was big, the man and the woman, and then collectively together they gained 80 pounds just in their relationship.
See what I'm
big as
saying?
houses. And I'm like,
see, that's why women also can't do it to try to get a man, because you got that. They try to call me a hyena, or what they call me a chameleon, because I understand duality, that you can get angry sometimes and be sweet 80% of the time, which is my personality. Everything ain't a chameleon type situation, but that's a chameleon type situation. You lost all this weight, you hit them squats and did all that with the weights, and then you reeled me in, and now I fell in love. I'm in love with you, and now you blowed out at the I do. That's embarrassing. It's not. That's a scam.
She's stupid.
And
well, she might have started paying. She might have started paying her weight.
She needed to be, because baby, I would have not. We wouldn't have been at the altar. Like, no.
Well,
no.
They matched. They matched.
Did he get back?
Okay.
If he was good, you got to remember too. And I always kind of attract more like football built men, so they don't mind me being a little thick. But the thing about it is, a little thick and you still look good. You fit your clothes, and you got to know when it's right. Some men are a little bigger themselves, so they cool with you having a little something. Still shouldn't be a lot. To the next man, you should still look good as a woman. That's what I think. You should look good to yourself. So
they weren't thick. They was both unhealthy.
Yeah, so by the time he got ready,
he could have made her fat too, though, because fat
dudes
doing that. Fat dudes will feed you up like you hungry.
They will make you fat.
That's a thing too. Yep.
And that's their love language. They want to feed you.
I ain't gonna call it love language. It's sabotaging. I think it's no. Both if one party is undisciplined, they will bring the other party down. And
you think it's sabotaging for real?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now there is a such thing as the jealous men. I won't go all the way in on it, but
I won't say jealous men. I'm gonna say, because let's say the sister was getting fit and he was always bigger, and he you know what? And let's say he a chef, he know how to cook. He gonna coddle her. He will not hold her accountable, nor will he allow herself to hold herself accountable. He'll be like, "Hey, babe, you want lasagna tonight?" She'll be like, "I really shouldn't be eating that." He'll be like, "Oh, you beautiful."
Yes, that's how they.
But he still marries her though. This is my thing. He still marries her though. So maybe he's okay with her being
okay.
And now it's a whole new game. Now he done married her. He got that ring on his finger, and we all know married men are a lot more attractive to these hyenas out here, just because they see him as a stable-minded man. You marriage material.
And I just want to say this
now, he got a whole new obstacle in front of him, Crystal, because now he's going to become more desirable just because of that ring, and he got to deal with that.
And and this is where I definitely when it comes to I don't know the terminology of hyenas and whatnot, but I do know that it is as women, it should be a standard. If a man is married, mind your business. Mind your business, ma'am, sis. Be a friend to the wife that you don't see. Like, that should have been girl code, and that's why all this 304 stuff is happening now too, because women don't have girl code. They don't understand respect. So I ain't trying to harshly judge no side chicks out there. Y'all get it how y'all live, but it's not good for the long term, and it's not good for us to teach our daughters to do that. Because if you took them from someone can take them from you most times. Not all the time, but most times. So
now I want to share a story about when I was fat though, before you read the super chats, because I was fat. Remember, y'all, I got fat. 5'7", got up to 230, and it was the depot shot, and the depot shot made me hungry.
Yes, that birth control will make you have.
I want to eat everything, so everything was eaten. So big as a house, and I literally took a break from dating until I got down some, because the men that I was attracting, they liked the fat girl approach, and they would be like, "Why are you working out?" Because my knees hurt. You could get used to it. Nobody, I can't. Like, no, like if you like me at this weight and you comfortable with me at it, and I'm not comfortable. I hated it. I was like, no, I gotta take a break until I look like what I need to look like, and then I could attract the men who like this, because absolutely not. And now those men are like, now you'll never talk to me. And it's like, no, weirdo, because you try to blow me up. Like, here, Meek, you want some cheesecake? Like, no.
They out there. I'm big. You gonna stay big too? Cause stay with me with your big self. Let's stay big together.
Now, Meek, was he trying to get you to like pay? Like, was he trying to live off
that one?
you?
No, like that particular man, no, he was spending money, but it just was like he wanted me to stay big. Like I hated my belly, and I would grab it and be like, and do the Tina the Talking Tummy from Wake.
Oh my God. In front of him?
Yeah. He's like, I love that. I'm like, you're gross.
You like that? You're sick.
You sick.
You should have turned it up on his ass. You should have stayed.
You did. You hit him with the Tina the Talking Tummy.
Tina the Talking Tummy. He's like, that's so sexy. I was like, this is disgusting. I can never be with a man like you.
See
like,
what I'm saying?
That's how I figured out my.
That's nug. That's wow.
That's nug. That's nug. Probably.
It was not for me. That's all I know.
Now, was he? If you don't, one last question: was he like a high value man? Like, was his character up to par? Was he a business minded? Was he making
a
six
decent
figures?
character. He had a decent character, but no.
He wasn't making six figures. He wasn't
everything else.
Great character. So he was a nug.
Yeah, he was like. I was like, you weird. Like, you should not like fat girls.
Dusty. Weird and dusty. Simple.
But what can you do? What can you do?